Hello my retro friends, thanks for finding my channel, Mike the Retro Realtor. Today we're going to do a non-review of 2025's Naked Gun. Reason why I'm calling it a non-review, I have not seen the movie, but I'm really hoping it's going to lead to something really good that I've mentioned several times before on my previous videos. But that's pretty much how I'm going to talk about the actual movie. I'm here more to talk about what's going on with the movie, how it's doing at the box office, and how I really hope Hollywood starts doing these relatively low budget films that are just absolutely hilarious. Let's see if we can get some comedy movies here. It's okay to laugh. We've been in a desert of comedy movies since what, 2015? I mean, people are afraid to do anything that's a little bit edgy. So I'm looking at the reviews for Naked Gun 2025, and in general, they're actually very positive. There's a couple people that say that's a little offensive, it's not for them, blah, blah, blah. But you know what, I'm sorry. If you're walking into a Naked Gun movie, you should expect this kind of stuff. It's going to be a little gross. It's going to be a little bit on the edge. Hopefully you are offended. That's what comedy is. If you think you're going to be offended by a Naked Gun movie, this is probably not the film for you. Comedies from the 80s and 90s that Gen Xers love, they were a little offensive. And guess what? They were also very funny. Take that with a grain of salt. All the YouTubers generally are saying very good things about the movie. You will laugh. Not every joke lands, but that's not the point. I mean, the fact that they're just hitting you with joke after joke after joke. I mean, to this point, I still do lines from the original movie 1989.
I've heard police work is dangerous.
It is. That's why I carry a big gun.
Aren't you afraid it might go off accidentally?
I used to have that problem.
And what did you do about it?
I just think about baseball.
I still love some of those lines. I will be checking out the movie when my wife gets back in town. I will make a date night of it, and she knows I love this kind of stuff, so I'm really excited to see it. That's all I'm going to say about the actual movie. But here's what's getting me excited. The movie was made for $44 million. In 2025, that's not a lot of money, especially when you factor in you do have a relatively big star in Liam Neeson. He's been floating around since the 80s, and he is a well-known action star. Take the budget of $44 million, then you add the cut that the theaters get, plus budgeting for advertisements and promotion. Now you're looking at about $120 million. After the first weekend, the movie made $30 million. That's not great, but not horrible. Word of mouth is actually very good. I'm hoping this movie has legs, and I really hope this movie makes money. I want to see more of these kind of let's hope it works out type movies. I'd really love to see some original IPs, but I'll take what I can get. I know right now the trend has been to make sequels 20, 30, even 40 years after the first movie came out. But most of those went straight to streaming, which I kind of equate to straight to DVD, but they are kind of enjoyable. I did enjoy Axel F. I did enjoy Coming to America 2. They were okay, but worth watching. I did really like Happy Gilmore 2. I recently watched that one. They're getting better. They're putting more effort into them, but of course they rely heavily on nostalgia bait. So with Naked Gun 2, this is basically a new cast, but the same premise. But what's really interesting is this one is in the theaters, so we are getting live numbers daily of how it's doing. First views from Rotten Tomatoes give it 90% from the critics and 76% from the audience, which is pretty good. IMDb has the movie at 7.1, also fairly good. I mean, this is a low budget, cheap laugh movie. I don't need to see high art here. I know I said this before, but I really do want to see this movie do well. I want Hollywood to start actually churning out funny movies again. You know, we've been such doldrums. You know, they'll try to make like edgy, cool hipster shit. I mean, it's just garbage. None of this stuff ages well.
You're all worthless and weak.
You know, when you try to make stuff for modern audiences, it doesn't translate 5 years later. You can't watch some of these movies that are just 5 years later. So just to wrap this thing up, I really hope this movie does well. I hope Hollywood notices it. I hope the writers start making more edgy comedy. To me, the last time I saw a really funny movie was Step Brothers in 2008.
Let's play a game, all right? On the count of 3, name your favorite dinosaur. Don't even think about it, just name it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Velociraptor.
If you were a chick, who's the one guy you would sleep with?
John Stamos.
What? Did we just become best friends?
Yup!
So we've been in the desert for almost 17 years of funny movies. I really hope this works out. I'm really getting excited about Spaceballs 2. Sometimes it flops, sometimes it does great. I mean, let's not talk about History World Part 2. That was almost unwatchable. But there's some hope here. I really just want to see funny movies. Let's hope we can get some new IPs, even if it's a one and done movie. Not every movie has to have 10 sequels. And make them for the cheap. Let's see if they can do something that gets people excited. Even if it does poorly at the theaters. Let's keep physical media going. I know it's tough to gauge how a movie does when they put it on streaming. I know there's some metrics there, but keep the chatter up. Let's keep these movies going. Let's kind of make some offensive movies. If you are easily offended, well, fine. So be it. Go somewhere else. But I like those kind of movies. I like laughing. About a year ago, they re-released Blazing Saddles in the theater for about a week. And me and a couple buddies, all Gen Xers, we went to the theater to a packed house and we were laughing our asses off. Even though I've seen the movie a dozen times, doesn't matter. It was so cool to see it on the big screen. I do embrace going to the theater. I don't do it enough, but I do enjoy it. I really want that kind of experience to be shared by other people. people. Hollywood just spin out the garbage, but there's something lovable about these movies. If you do it right, like Naked Gun 1989, that was an absolute slam dunk. I'm hoping the same for Naked Gun 2025 and other movies moving forward. Hopefully a couple new IPs, do the sequels right, pay homage to the original cast, pay homage to the original style of the movie. Hopefully it works out. I am so sick of the garbage that Hollywood's been putting out. Keep it retro, my friends. Hopefully I'll see you at the theater.